Gambia is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Brusubi opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Agada di.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Important. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. Agada di.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbare.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom Yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birin koyna fo katon.
Bari si kodo kino katon nim fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia e bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi man domorol di fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
barka ni lafta nyelan kendol e binaji.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la barka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Barka.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Hello and welcome to the brunch on Kerfatu Live. I am Lamin Cham, and this is our weekly look at current affairs here in the Gambia and abroad. Well, all the past week, of course, we have been concentrating on the Senegalese presidential elections, which have now ushered in a new president and a new government. Some call it a new system. We have been discussing what are the implications for that for the Gambia, the region, and the continent as a whole. Continuing that process, I have with me the Honorable Njie Gigara. You all know him, of course, a prominent businessman, politician, and a statesman in at least 3 or more countries in the region. A man who traveled and participated in the lives of the countries in the sub-region, whether it is in trade, politics, or societal. Mr. Njie, welcome to the brunch.
Thank you very much, Lamin.
Now, it's been a while since we last brought you here, and that was around the time when the upheavals in the Senegalese politics was gaining momentum. And I can say that you have made consistently, you have been making pronouncements and predictions and commentaries that most of it have come to surpass, to come to reality, so speaking. And I must congratulate you for having most of what you have said to be so prophetic. You have outlined here how you see the positive movement, how you see the administration of Macky Sall handling it, and you almost foretold that the end will definitely be what President Macky Sall may not wish to have, and it has passed. And you were in the thick of it in Senegal, I guess, even though you must be sometime in Mali. But I must congratulate you for being among the people who have really spoken well before the eventualities as to what may happen in Senegal. Thank God it all happened in peace, I guess, and you must, of course, be happy that everything ended in peace. Let me begin by asking you first, what have been your observation from the Senegalese election before we start with the Gambia?
Thank you, Mr. Cham. I thank Allah for being here and speaking to your audience.
Thank you.
Which I think will be an audience beyond the Gambia, because Senegalese will hear it, and Malians, Burkinabes, and people in Niger.
Yeah.
I thank you really for inviting me back.
Thank you.
if I may answer your question as to what's my thoughts before the elections, during the elections, and today.
Yeah.
Before the elections, I was really confident, 100%, that Pastef, whoever Usman Sonko pointed at, will win the elections. Stand down, 100%.
Yeah, you said
at
so.
the first round. Because Usman Sonko has gained such a popularity that goes beyond Senegal, but covers the whole of French-speaking West Africa.
So you mean, while people here may not have realized this, in Francophone countries, the Usman Sonko phenomenon has been very much followed and copied even.
Indeed. Since 2019, youths in the French-speaking countries have been following Usman Sonko, and the French media in the Francophone countries have also been following Usman Sonko. You have a big media in Cameroon called Afrique Media.
Yes.
It's the biggest media worldwide. People don't know it.
Oh,
but they have over 1 billion
followers.
It's
called Afrique Media.
Afrique Media.
In Cameroon.
Yes. And they broadcast mainly in the French language.
Yeah.
But they do have also, I think,
English,
French.
Because being
English.
Being a bilingual country, they have a little bit of English.
Right. Then the next media that speaks around Usman Sonko is called New World TV.
Yes.
And they are based in either Togo or Benin, one of these two countries.
I think it's Cotonou.
Yeah, right. And they covered the Africa Cup of Nations that was held in Cote d'Ivoire recently. So you see, Usman Sonko had a continental coverage. Yes. And youths are listening to him. Ideologues are listening to him, politicians, organizations, NGOs.
You know, the former Vice President Bakary Dabo of the Jawara regime, who works in Senegal, I think, as our ambassador, as our High Commissioner, and followed. He said here on this program that this Pastef thing is not just a political party. He said what they didn't realize in Dakar is that this is an ideology. He said it.
That is true.
Yeah.
I agree with him. In fact, it's not a political party per se. They have a political wing. But Pastef is an organization different from a movement. You know, Pan-Africanism is a movement.
Yes.
It's not a political organization.
Yeah, it's a movement.
Okay? So Pastef was able to organize themselves and bring in a new vision of how to look at the world first, and then created a Pastef school. And I think one of the cadres that, the executives of Pastef that handles the school is called Mr. Sare, if I'm not mistaken.
Sare, there is a Sare in their cabinet.
There is a Sare in their cabinet.
Yes,
yes. I think he is the head of Pastef school. So Pastef really goes beyond the traditional political party. It's like, it's organized in such a way that if a leader goes down, another leader will spring up automatically.
That's what people said.
If you eliminate 20 leaders, the 21st leader will emerge.
That's why some people, I'm not, blocky, but some people are trying to draw comparison between them and the Gambia's Doi.
Yes, but different.
There's similarities.
But different. You know, Doi has an ideology. Doi has a school. But Doi is not a political party to me. You know, a party that is engaged in politics, you have to be open. Open to everyone.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So that since elections is about numbers, you don't send people away. You want more people to come.
Yeah, but then
that's elections.
Yeah, but
it has nothing to do with the party ideology. The party ideology remains. In fact, you can see it in the new formation of this government yesterday.
Yes.
Only 4 or 5 members of PASTEF
Yes.
are in the government.
Absolutely.
And the other ministers come from diverse environments. People didn't even know them.
Yes. Most of the names are not known to the political players or something.
Yeah, because they want to have a professional government to run the agenda of PASTEF. Because PASTEF has a program. And anybody can read and understand that program, how they want to transform Senegal. And basically, there are 3 main aspects of the program.
What's that? What are they?
That is the program on justice, rule of law. Okay? The program on economic development, based on what Senegal has. And everybody knows that Senegal today has oil and gas.
Exactly.
Okay? That one is based on redistribution
of wealth.
Yes. To at least touch 90% of the population. So it entails fight against corruption.
Indigenizing the resources.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the next one is, of course, education. We have to try to change the way the academic programs in the schools from primary school to university is being changed. It's a Western style of education. The African values, the African history, the African men and women that fought since independence up till now, they are not taught in our schools. Okay? So if you look at any country that develops, the first thing they do is to elevate their own people. But today, if you go to Senegal, even the street names
are in foreign names.
French conquerors, French philosophers,
Sacré-Cœur, stuff like that.
Feder,
VDM,
De Gaulle, and so on and so forth. These are not our heroes. These are colonizers.
I see.
Okay? So we must promote our own people.
The third pillar in their program is to reorient the people educationally.
Absolutely. You see, everything that is cultural must be changed. The only thing you cannot change is the science field. Because science is universal. Whether you teach science in Chinese or Russian or French or English, it's still science.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that one you cannot touch. But everything else must be changed.
Why do you think independence of OIC, independent judiciary, or how do they call it? Yes, that's right. Independent judiciary is very important to them. Is it because of their experience?
Because it's manipulated. And it's not only in Senegal.
So it's because of their experience, perhaps, on the Maki, that they make that very important.
It's not even because of their independence, but these people are very close to the judiciary. You see, people like Sonko and Jomai Faye, when they finished their master's program, they could have opted
to become judges or
magistrates. Yes, but they chose to be
tax officers.
This is it. So they know both. They know the laws. And since they have been tax officers, they knew how some officers connive with some companies, be it national or international,
or multinational,
for not paying tax or evading tax or giving tax breaks,
or transferring a lot of money from,
particularly tax breaks.
Okay.
And tax exemption. You have these multinational companies that pays very little tax in Senegal.
So they know that because having worked in the system,
and you can't do anything about it. They cannot do anything about it because of the system that they operate with. So that's the system that we are beginning to change now.
Okay. When you say we, people will say, is it a Gambia?
I'm part of it. I'm part of it. You know, I'm a Pan-Africanist.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm a disciple of Kwame Nkrumah.
Dr.
I always say that. You see?
Your concept has no boundaries.
So my horizon doesn't stop at Gambia or Senegal or Mali.
Okay. But then, should we be worried as Gambians that this positive ideology may spill over here? And
it has already.
It has.
Not only in Gambia, but all over Africa.
Yes, because
already you have Pastef which country? Cameroon.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. It's in existence.
I see.
And these are young people.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling my age mates and old-style politicians that you might lose in the next 5 or 10 years.
Yes.
Because Pastef is about the youths, boys and girls, and the honest people who want to see their countries develop like China, like France, like any other country in this world. Why? Because we have all the natural resources.
Yeah.
We have all the human resources. The only thing that is missing is the willingness.
Political will
to
make sure we own the assets.
Make sure we own the asset and enjoy the assets more than any other foreigner. You see, that's the bottom line.
But would they also run the risk of protectionism? You know, like controlling the government, the resources so much that to protect there will be no foreign investment, or foreign investors will be scared?
No. You see, all we are calling for is a win-win situation. Okay? Because the old system is a win-lose situation. And these people are highly educated. They are experts in their fields.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so they can turn the thing back so that everybody sees himself in any transaction, any deal, any contract, and so on and so forth. That's all they are asking for. They are not here to expel companies and corporations. No. They will renegotiate the contracts that they signed with the old system, you know, and renegotiate it based on the new system.
And terms that are
because Lamin, we fought for this change. We lost lives.
Absolutely.
Over 80. Okay? Over 2,000 of us were in prison.
Again, when you say us, you say...
yeah, I'm a Pastef.
Okay, all right.
You know, Pastef is an ideology.
Okay.
You know,
2,000.
maybe later on they will call it Nkrumahism, because I know this is where they are heading
to.
Okay?
So these people are
when they started looking at the inspiration of Thomas Sankara, particularly Usman Sonko, I told him, this is not the way. Thomas Sankara used arms and made a coup d'etat.
Absolutely.
We are not going towards that line of taking government by force. We want to take it by democratic means, through elections. And thank God we have achieved it.
So this... I have seen people drawing that comparison. When the soldiers, in fact, he seemed to get along very well with Doumbouya of Guinea. Within that short visit, people seem to see a good rapprochement.
And Ibrahim Traoré.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but the comparison, the difference people draw is that, okay, while those people may have got to power through the barrel of the gun, Usman and others were able to achieve it through the ballot box. Yeah. This is what they should now transfer to those countries under military rule, so that they too can achieve the same objectives, but then through
in fact, Lamin, that's my next mission. I'm finished with Senegal. Okay? Because our mission is continental.
Yes.
But we will start with West Africa. You see, we know the reality in the Sahel zone. Since the demise of Gaddafi, what's been going on there is horrible. I cannot just repeat the horrors. Thousands or hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost. Both civilian and military. Simply because the old system, which is controlled by the Western world, and France in the lead, did not want these people to be totally independent. You know, terrorism doesn't just grow up like that. It is leaders and countries that organize terrorists to terrorize the leaders of those countries so that they stay on the line so that they can exploit them as they wish. This is what happened with MSDC in Casamance. Okay? So these rebels in Burkina, in Mali, in
Niger,
they work for the Western world. We know them.
But then, ironically, it was the Western world that was supposedly hyping these countries to fight them.
Lamin, the whole struggle in this world is about economic development. And these people know that what is in Africa is nowhere around this world. So they must make sure by all means necessary to keep Africans in bondage, in slavery, and fear. If you don't follow us, you will lose your presidential seat. If you journalists don't follow us, you will not get a visa to go to UK or Paris or US. They are watching us at all levels, making sure that nobody toes their line, so they can continue exploiting our natural resources. Look at what is happening in Rwanda. Rwanda and RDSA.
Yeah.
Who is exploiting the natural resources? Rwanda.
Yes. Rwanda.
On behalf of who? United States.
United States of America.
Why did they change their national language to English?
Yeah, Rwanda. Because all along ways they have been really well. The leadership grew up in Uganda that was Anglophone.
Why can't Zaire have peace despite all the natural resources
because they're exploiting the
they
resources.
have?
And in the country,
why can Guinea Conakry here, one of the richest countries in West Africa, cannot develop?
Well, at least Equatorians.
You see?
So them to
we are telling them what's good for the goose is also good for the gander. Particularly when we own it. What can you use against us? Besides brainwashing us. Guns, we have guns. You shoot us, we shoot you back. Okay? Life for life. So they are beginning to understand that now. With Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. They kicked them out. Absolutely. They kicked the French out. And recently they are kicking the Americans out from Niger
itself.
France nuclear energy is, France electricity is based on nuclear energy. 70% of it.
Most of
Where does that uranium come from?
Africa.
Niger.
Look at that.
Whilst the whole world is selling uranium at $200 per kilo, France is buying it from Niger for $20 per kilo. Refine it and goes and sell it to others for $200 per kilo. So it's all about exploitation, economic exploitation. But you see, Nkrumah told us that seek your political kingdom first and everything else follows.
That's it.
So when you have political power, you can direct or redirect your economic power. This is the level at which we are today in Senegal.
You have outlined how difficult it will be for anybody to end this supposed exploitation of the African
will
countries. But then you've described the tools that the colonial masters used, continue to use.
It's just brainwashing.
Brainwashing, weaponry, subversion, all kinds of things. Senegal has been a beacon or a bastion for them. They were very comfortable with us. So hence the fear that when Sonko and others come to power, they're going to lose grip of
their they are not losing. We are not chasing them away. All that we are telling them is simple. Let us renegotiate each and every contract on a win-win basis. Full stop. If you don't want to do that, get out, go your way. We don't need you. We have so many countries around the world that wants to work with Africa. If you don't want to work with Africa, China will work with us. Russia will work with us. Iran will work with us. Asian countries will work with us. South American countries will work with us. So they have no choice. You change, you stay. You don't want to change, you go your way. This is where we at, and that's the ideology of Pastef. And it has been the ideology of Nkrumah.
Yeah.
You see, to understand Nkrumahism, you must study Nkrumahism. You don't just get up and pick it. That's why we are eternal students.
But that's why I said if there is anything closer to Nkrumahism in the Gambia, is the Doi doctrine. The people, the leadership of Doi, like I'm telling you.
Not so.
Doi already is an existing organization.
Yeah.
That people said is very close to the Pastef idea.
I remember during our last conversation, you brought this Doi thing. I don't want to concentrate there.
Okay.
Because if Doi was like Pastef, Doi would have been in power 30, 40 years ago.
But they could not put themselves in power. It's the people who should choose.
Then let them ask themselves what is wrong.
It's the people who doesn't see the
well, people are here. You must bring them towards you.
No, it's the other distractors, such as the PPPs, the APRCs.
They are not distractors. They are political competitors.
From there again.
No. They are not distractors. They are political competitors. Just like any political party that exists in the Gambia, your objective is to take over power democratically with democratic means and through what? Elections. And elections is about numbers.
Yeah, but the people have to be educated in the first place before they can
Well, they have been educating people.
Before they can make good choices. Like, for example, the people of Senegal, we are saying that they are politically educated. That's why they were able to digest the message.
I think your question is for Doi. Let Doi answer those questions.
No,
I am not a Doi member.
Oh, I'm saying that there are similarities.
I share Doi ideology about 30% only.
But they still
the 70% we don't share.
Okay, but if there is anywhere in this country you want to, let's say, compare the Pastef ideology within this country politically,
there is none.
There is none.
No.
Okay. The Pastef idea emphasizes too much on the youth. The youth.
Yes.
Now, unlike Senegal, where the youth seem to have a lot of political awareness. In the Gambia and some other regions, the youths are still being manipulated and used by all guards, political guards.
The youths are not ready yet to take power.
Why is that?
You ask the youths. Yeah, you ask them. 50 years down, ask them why are not they politically conscious and start organizing themselves in a political organization to take over power. As long as they remain nonchalant in their corners, complaining this and this, instead of organizing, getting on their feet, and making sure that they organize themselves, and network amongst themselves on a daily basis, they will never have power. You need to be organized. You see, but the traditional way of doing politics that exists is only the old system that can handle that. Because number one, it asks a lot of money. Who finances Pastef? It is the people. It is not the party. It is the people contributing $5, $10, $100, etc. that made the party alive. And when you subscribe to something up to the point of taking your resources to contribute, you are ready to vote for that organization or that party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Gambians have to reach that level of awareness and consciousness, Gambian youths, in order to effect change.
But are you now insinuating that this present political system, where controlled by the old guards in the NPP, in the DOI, in the UDP, you are suggesting that there may emerge a force that's completely different and will more powerful and consume all of them.
A new force. You see, because if you understand the laws of contradictions, which we analyze by using the means of dialectical and historical materialism, you will know that the contradictions have reached a level where it will explode and a new contradiction will be in place. So it has taken place in many countries. and talking to Senegal amongst the youth. You see? Because the old system, everybody knows how it functions. Okay? So why do you have to concentrate on an old stuff that you cannot break? Bring in the new stuff.
The problem here is people said, well, the youths who have at least come forward, I mean, but then they were very promising in the beginning, but in the process or in due course, we realized that they are not ready. Like, for example,
I think you're talking about the new Gambia.
Yes,
has
New Gambia.
decided.
The Gambia has
and
decided.
So on. That's why
there
I
was a lot
tell
of
you.
promise in the air and hope that the the young ones who have come into politics will definitely, in fact, come with a break from the past. But we've seen that some of the youths have proven not to be able to withstand the strain of circumstances.
There is a reason to it.
And they have joined the bandwagon one way or the other.
There is a reason to it. Like I said, a movement is different from an organization. Diverse people can come into a movement and effect a change. Call it a coalition. Okay? This is what happened in 2016 against Jammeh. Okay?
Yeah.
But when Jammeh is gone, that movement disintegrates.
Yes.
And everybody goes to, on their own businesses. Now, to regroup that movement takes a long time. Because people have different views of the system or the leadership or the political parties that exist. If you say NPP, oh no, NPP, UDP, don't even tell me about
people
that.
Have their own
quarrels. 40 years they've been here, no change. Yes, a new organization, a new consciousness must take place. Now, how to trigger that consciousness is what they have to go and learn from Pastef. Okay?
So
because there is a language.
In other words, you are envisaging that, in fact, instead of this UDP, NPP, rivalry, stroke, NCP, DOI, we might even be confronted with a bigger force that's going to consume all of them in 2026.
A third force. Because a contradiction is born, it grows, and it disappears. These are the three phases of a contradiction. Now it has reached to a phase where the old system will disappear and a new system will be born. Okay? So, but you have to know how to grab this new system, organize them, impulse them, and put them on track, train them, teach them how to take over power. And this is what Pastef did. So you must learn from Pastef. Okay, my president is Macky Sall. Barrow. Okay? But they didn't understand in the beginning where I was coming from. Okay? Because I knew that this Pastef group will take over power.
Yeah,
and if they do,
you almost prophesied.
How will this government, who was against Pastef, for Macky Sall,
in fact, that's what
now have to work hand in hand with Pastef?
We're coming to that. I had Pastef people here,
right?
And the APR.
Damboj.
Yeah, Damboj was here. Even after Damboj,
yes,
we had their local lieutenants on the ground.
Okay.
And we also had APR. APR.
Right, APR, yeah.
We also had them in the campaign.
Yeah, Macky Sall's party.
Yes, he was here, the one Mustafa Gay.
Okay.
He was adamant that they were going to win everything. But then, the issue is, the Pastef people, I asked them, look, you must also appreciate the fact that you were allowed to operate in the Gambia freely. They said, no, that's not quite true, Mr. Cham, because when we wanted to do some other things, they deny us permit. But
That's
during the election campaign, yes.
My president does not operate that way.
They allow. No, listen.
He's a full Democrat.
Go ahead.
Listen,
They said,
go ahead.
but when the campaign starts, yes, the Gambian authorities gave us full authority and permission to go. But then they said in some of their operations, they were denied permits. I said, okay. But you don't, and they said also, Barrow did not.
I disagree.
They also said Barrow did not denounce Macky Sall's excesses. I said, but as an opposition leader can get up and say, oh, Macky Sall is bad and bad, but the president cannot do that. He can do it from the background, behind the scenes. But you don't expect Adama Barrow to say, oh, Macky Sall, dictator.
No,
he can't do that. He's a president.
A president works with a president.
I told them that's right. So he can be doing that in the background.
Yeah.
But, it's not like opposition leaders who will stand and say, this president is... Because they can say that they are not in any responsibility.
Let me tell you.
But now, you yourself have admitted the fact that seemingly Barrow would have loved Macky Sall.
Barrow's wish was for Macky Sall's candidate to win.
Yes, that's it.
Of course, because he knows Amadou Ba.
Okay.
As a prime minister, as a minister, as a long-time collaborator of Macky Sall, of course.
But should he be wary of the coming of the Pastef people? Does he have any? Should he be concerned?
Oh, you see, Lamin, an ideology is a science. If you don't master the science of an ideology, you will make bad predictions. Okay. Every prediction, political prediction that I have been making, for the longest time,
have come to pass.
Have come to fruition.
Absolutely.
Simply because I applied my ideological science and philosophy. It's very scientific.
Absolutely.
Okay? So, what you're saying now about Barrow, Barrow has no choice but to work with President Jomai and his government, right? So, today, Jomai, Sonko, and Pastef, when they think about Gambia, they will think of Njie Gigara first.
Because they have had a lot
before Barrow.
Yeah, they had a lot from you.
I helped them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I helped them reshape their ideology because their ideology was a little bit immature.
Yeah.
I put the maturity there. I'm speaking live on television.
I know.
Everybody will hear what I'm saying, including them, because I've been trained, with a lot of experience, 50 years experience of ideological training. Okay, I can rectify you as time goes on. Until you are on the right track, then I step back and go and train some other countries' youths, which I'm doing now with Mali. Okay. That's why I said my mission in Senegal is over.
Now
I have a new mission, that is Mali, Burkina, and Niger.
And not Gambia?
No, you know why? Gambia is interesting.
What would I have told you would have come to Gambia?
No, let me say this thing about the Gambia. We went through 22 years of dictatorship, right? And today we are at 8 years of freedom.
Yes.
Okay? Because timing is very important also in everything.
Absolutely.
So at 8 years, people were more concentrating on their happiness of getting rid of their dictator than thinking of organizing themselves to change the system.
Absolutely.
Okay? So up till now, Gambians are happy people, the smiling coast. So it's very difficult to bring them on a very serious organization as at now. Until they are tired of the system, then they will start looking of how to bring in a new system.
You mean people?
That's the time when.
You mean people still?
Gambians are non-challenged.
The hardship and the suffering that talk about are not enough. We haven't have enough yet.
Kan moy ñew ana Yusundur, ana Titi, ana Lifin, ana nightclub bi, ana beach bi, ana Janghani, ana
beach club, ana.
Bu nekké ci level bobu. Mënulo ci def dara. Waye fokk ñu tok di xalaat naka lay fayé suma bills. Tay awma xaliss, elek awma dépasse. Gannaaw elek suma problème si fokk mu bari. Su problème si bari nak be spread.
Be bust.
Hey guys, we have to do something about this. Why are we fofu?
No, but hopefully we'll see before we get there.
Well, I hope so.
So let's talk about the relationships, because you know the regions, you know the relations between the regions, countries in the region. What about Senegal and Gambia? We touch it. What do you expect relationships to be?
Good relationship. In fact, it will be a better relationship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the Senegalese system is a people-centered system. Okay? So, Gambians will learn. The leadership will also learn to be very careful. That if they continue to behave like in the old system, someday the new system thinkers will take over.
I see.
Very, very, very democratically. They will go to elections, they will win.
What will happen to the present agreements or instruments of cooperation between the two countries?
Very good. You know, Lamin, for the longest time, we have what we call the Senegambia Secretariat. Nobody is talking about it.
That is
but this existed since 1980. Astaghfirullah, since 1982. 82. Between Sadao Dejawara and Abdou Diouf.
Yes.
What's the role of that organization?
It's still here in Cape Point. Their office now in Cape Point.
Who are there? 2-3 people?
There is it's always the executive secretary, director from Senegal.
What importance do they have? These are the questions.
Well, they are flexing.
So it's just a name there.
No, they claim to be. They work on the relations between the two.
They
countries.
Claim
security, border.
No. The security and the border and everything is ECOWAS.
Okay.
It started in 2016 when Yaya Jammeh refused to go, and ECOMIG came.
So you feel that the Senegal permanent secretaries ought to be seen
revamped,
much more revamped,
completely, and empowered. You see, that's the only way we can develop the Senegambia
I've seen them. They've got a big office. They've got motor cars, PSSG, something, and
what are they doing?
Well, they claim to
Please invite them and ask them what are they doing since 1980,
I will do so.
What achievements they have done since 1982.
I think they need to be much more in the public view than it is happening now. Yeah,
you see, Senegambia is a people's-based reality. We marry each other, we bury each other. Okay? Yeah. That's the reality.
So you don't see
any tribe that you see in one country is in another country.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's the difference? It's just the 1886 Berlin Conference that divided us. We speak English and they speak French. But the objective of holding us in bondage, enslaving us, colonizing us, exploiting us, until all of us fought for independence has been the same. But unfortunately, there were two types of independent acquisition. In the Francophone countries, you have what you call the philosophy of assimilation.
Yeah. They want to make you a Frenchman. Yeah.
This is why I used to tell Sonko, Pastef and all, you are struggling from colonial independence. We are struggling from neo-colonialism. Because when the British gave us independence, they turned their back completely.
Absolutely.
Who sits in the Gambia and think of Britain or Queen Elizabeth or Margaret Thatcher or whoever?
Nobody talks about
You don't even hear them in our politics.
No, they're gone.
You don't hear them in our economy.
No.
You don't hear them in our social, our culture or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
Whilst in Senegal,
Everything France.
is French control.
I see.
From being a baby to your grave.
You are French. You are controlled by France.
Yes.
I see.
It's a mental colonization.
So
yes. They make the Tubab superior and you the black inferior. So they must maintain that complex, inferiority complex in their brains for the longest time. This is what Pastef have been able to de-brainwash them.
Exactly.
Tell them what Tubab can do, we can do 100 times more.
Good. Now, so you don't expect any drastic changes in the relations between the government?
No. It will be a continuity. It's just that Gambia has to adapt. President Barrow has to adapt because he is dealing with a very young leadership. Experts, highly intelligent, with a lot of experience in their different fields. So you see, so now Barrow must focus on the system that is going to be installed in Senegal. You see? Okay. Him and his government.
Yeah.
All right? And maybe his political party can remain with APR. It's none of Pastef's business.
Yes.
NPP can still be in a good relationship with APR.
Yeah.
Fine. APR is a political party. They've been in power. They lost power. But doesn't mean that they die.
Okay, let's go back to Senegal. What will happen post Macky Sall to APR, the Benno Bokk Yakaar, and all the others who are in the small coalitions who fell on the sideway, like the Idrissa Sonkos, the Barthelemy Dias, and the Halifa Sallas?
What will happen is exactly what had happened in the Gambia. Where are those old parties? What?
She says so.
All these old parties from the UP. Huh?
Yes.
You can name all those parties up to Sirif Mustafa Diba, up to PVP. Where are they?
Most of them will go.
They die. They will die a natural death. Up to the same thing will happen in Senegal. Up to APR, because they are all based on movement. They are not based on organization. They don't have a philosophy, they don't have an ideology, they don't have a vision. The only vision is to get power by all means necessary. So everything is good. You can use anybody. You can use money, you can use influence, you can use anything. Whilst Pastef is the other way around. It is the people that are putting their money, time and energy to make sure that this system is removed and a new system installed. So this is what they are doing. But how old they are? How old are they? 4 days old? 5 days old?
So what about the...
So they have a long way.
Yeah.
Okay, the system is not only about politics but about economy also. So the old way of doing economy, particularly with these international financial institutions, this so-called IMF, World Bank, Bretton Woods and all that, hey, they have to sit down and renegotiate the way we work with you. Because you cannot give us money and ask us to increase prices for the people that we represent. When they give you $100 million, they will tell you, increase the tax of this, increase the levy of this, put in a new tax in this. And it all affects people, your own people. And you accept it.
Conditional.
And a loan is a loan. You have to repay it. It doesn't make sense.
So that's where the first problem will come for the Pastef-led government in Senegal now. If they want to now free the country from those Bretton Woods organizations, they have to find money to be able to sustain.
You see, this world is full of money. Chinese have money, Russians have money,
But
Iranians have
is that
money.
not inviting other people
No.
to get rid of this and bring
This
it?
is all about the psychology that I am talking about, the brainwashing that only the imperialists, the Europeans and American can help.
But if
They are not helping them, they are helping themselves.
But if our ultimate,
Lamin, let me
if
learn.
our ultimate goal is
Because I've been fighting
self-independence.
against this system for the longest time. Because I know the negative effect they're having on our people.
Yeah.
Taxes are going up. Okay? Prices are going up. And they tell you are a free market. Don't touch anything. Don't control nothing.
Like in the Gambia.
Like in the Gambia. Even in Senegal and the Francophone countries, they resisted by controlling certain commodities that are vital for the survival of their people. Rice, sugar, tomato paste,
Vegetables.
pharmaceuticals. No, not vegetable. I'm talking about me. Pharmaceutical are all price controlled in Senegal and all the Francophone countries.
So that they don't get out of
Of course, yes.
of the people.
I keep telling my people about this. Hey, you know, World Bank, we cannot, IMF. Okay, go with World Bank and IMF. Tomorrow, the people will take you out of power. And chase away World Bank and IMF. Because money is everywhere in this world, my brother. It's not only the US dollar. It is the yuan, it is the ruble, it is the whatever or currency. These countries, they are industrialized countries. They manufacture anything. They can send you anything, from the smallest machinery to the most highly technological machinery. Be it in science, in medicine, in fabrication, in production, everything. So why should we listen to America and Europe?
This is an old struggle, Mr. Njie. It's been an old struggle. You mentioned since Nkrumah 1960, 57 up to now, they've been in the struggle. Now, is it now that you are seeing a wind of change that you think is sustainable and will not be derailed or frustrated by the colonial masters?
I saw it coming in Senegal 10 years ago. You see, as long as people don't suffer to a certain level,
their eyes are not open. I hope our suffering doesn't get there. People say we've
gradually getting there, because every time I open a newspaper or I listen to him, hey, the country is expensive.
Absolutely.
This country is this one. I just keep laughing.
You think?
And what is the system doing about it? You have authorities that will come out, no, we cannot do anything about this. That's the only answer. You cannot do anything about this.
Yeah, because
the people one day will do something about it. I kept telling them, but they are not listening.
Okay, now look at the new government they formed. We talk about it there. We told the people who played important role in the past steps, in the campaign, others who've been sent to prison and stuff like that. We haven't seen any of those in their cabinets. So it's completely different from here, when in 2017, most of the issue was compensating Mr. Dabo or Mr. Njie or Mr.
PASTEF is not organized that way.
And even at civil servant level, ambassador level.
I know where you're coming. I know where you're going. But let me again remind you and your audience that PASTEF is not organized that way. It's not a kabudu business. It's not you do me, I do you. It's not you give me, I give you. No. PASTEF is an organization. It's not a movement. It's not a coalition. Okay? So in that case, if even an opposition leader or member has the highest quality of a particular job, PASTEF will give it to him. Don't be surprised. One day you will see an APR former member, minister. Very soon. Good. You see, so the visions are different, totally different.
So they actually want politics away from the business of government.
You see, party is just to win elections.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But that does not mean that that party can govern satisfactorily for the exclusive interest of the people. PASTEF is for the people first, and then everything else.
Everything else.
Yes.
Okay. So people have been hinting about the fear of a split between between them, because we have seen examples of it in many countries, and the Senegalese situation is so unique that obviously the people that really everybody preferred did not become the ultimate president, Sonko. So people fear that power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely, that there can be issues that can lead to a friction, and then the two men can split. In that case, they fear that the whole purpose would be defeated.
You see,
what is the chemistry between these two people that you think can make their relationship
I understand your question, Lamin. Human beings are human beings.
Indeed.
And if you understand social science, human beings can change, human beings can remain what they are, get worse, or get better.
Exactly.
That's the human being.
Yes.
That's nature, okay? But everything depends on the principle and the ideology that that human being has. If you have principles and ideology, you will not change. Because your objective is very clear. People first, before anybody else.
Yes.
That's the national part of it. Africa first, before any other race in this world. That's the Pan-Africanist part of it. These are the only things. But if the head of state, it's okay. It's good, constant and consistent. He has the last say. If Lamin was a good patriot, and tomorrow he turns out to be...
What about if the president himself become a bad patriot?
I have a pen and a paper, and I will sign a decree. I say, well, Lamin, I'm sorry, we cannot work with you.
So in this case, PASTEF will leave his government?
Of course. Of course. Hey, we are serious. We are not joking, because we have been exploited for centuries, Africans. In fact, I can go beyond for thousands of years, since the end of the pharaohs in Egypt. We have to rectify all this. Be you Tubab, be you Nar, be you any other race. We put you on the same level. It's Africa with you on the other side.
The other problem that President Joma, if I may, face is the area of balancing between reconciliation and accountability.
Yeah, you see, Lamin, let's look at I'm sorry, because I want us to go fast in this, okay?
All right.
You are not asking questions, you are bringing...
No, I'm trying to say what the people... They frequently ask questions about what the
quickly where you're coming from
and
what you want to answer.
Yeah.
Let's look at South Africa. Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
They reconcile. But truth before reconciliation.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Gambians have reconciled. But the truth came out through these two commission of inquiries.
Yes, the Jane and the
the other one. Senegal will establish those types of commissions.
That's what I'm coming to. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
Of course they will. In fact, we already put in the principles for the financial and economic part of it. Already we are giving them questionnaires to fill. Okay? So what we will tell you is that we know what you have done. We know how much you took. Okay? So if we estimate it at 2,000 units of any currency, just bring 1,800 units, take the 200 units and go scot-free.
That's what
we're not interested in putting people in jail.
But then we was returned what they've stolen.
Exactly. Those that have killed is a different story.
That's what I'm coming to. 80 people who've been killed.
We must know who killed them.
And
we'll put them in jail. So tomorrow, if their families decide that we can pardon them, we pardon them.
But first you must
they must be punished.
Who did what.
Of course. You go to jail. Right now, Lamin, let me tell you in Senegal, what a lot of people don't know. I'll give you this as exclusivity. All these ex-Benno Bokayakar and APRC, ñu ngi amee electronic bracelet yi ñu takkaloon ñoom Sonko ak boy si Sonko yi.
They've done that?
Of course.
So quick.
They cannot go beyond certain perimeters.
So this
we are not joking, Lamin.
Absolutely.
You know, we put our life on this. We could have been killed. I could have been jailed. I could have been.
People see this as retribution, revenge.
No. We are not working with those types of sentiments. No. We are not here to revenge. We are here to rectify. Yeah. We're not revenging against anybody, but we'll rectify what was wrong. Point.
So most people were confused when they saw President Macky Sall leaving the country immediately after handing over.
Yeah.
Some people said this is tradition in Senegal. Senghor, Diouf, all have to leave until the new government settles. But is that the case?
Yeah, that's the case. But doesn't mean that you have to do it. It's your choice to go. You see, the president has immunity with his wife, but not the children. It's only him and his wife.
So whatever Macky Sall have done, if for example, this coming investigations have shown that he is implicated in the killing.
To a very high level, we can set up a judiciary court called Haute Cour de Justice, where ministers and presidents will be tried.
A special tribunal?
Yeah. It's called Haute Cour de Justice in French.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I've shown the Sonko and others directly blame Macky Sall for those deaths.
Well, he's the head of state. You know, the buck stops at the state house in any country. Because they are the most informed citizen in any country.
Yeah.
So if he does not stop it, or if he condones it, then it's his first responsibility before anybody else. Others are executioners. But the decision makers are there.
Okay. Well, I think we can go on and on. I know. We will never exhaust your
my friend.
insightful knowledge about
the
issues. So thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, I think, Lamin, it is only you and Pandirim Bay that I grant interview. In
We appreciate that.
You know. And I appreciate the way you're conducting journalism.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You people are fair and balanced.
Yeah, well, thank you. We want to be.
So really, I appreciate this interview.
Yeah.
And wish to take the opportunity to thank all your audience.
And thank you.
And to pray that Allah accept our fasting.
Fasting, yeah.
And I'm saying Ramadan Kareem to Gambia, Senegambia, and all the Muslim Ummah. And hope that Allah will accept all our prayers. Thank you so much, Lamin.
Amin. Alhaji Njie Gigara, thank you very much for being on the program and for your insightful perspectives on matters Gambian, Senegalese, regional, and continental, for that matter. We will really hope all the time that whenever you are in Banjul, we will have you on the panel here on the Brunch. We'll be back next week. Thank you very much for now.
Thank you, Lamin. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Brusubi Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Brusubi opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited, or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
agada
ke mbijan ro aga nyaade
albaka
mbaka important
yo nga transfer la sto
ya transfer la
ha code nyinji
okay important nsila id soto
sa so sorry agada
mbijan ro
albaka
mbaka
bara alla service o tariya mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariya
jannom Yona forest de bureau Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere birin koyna fo kato
bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolon labe
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam
ha
Gambia kono anin Gambia e bantala bankol nko kodo kiya bere kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw jannom number 1 ti nyonta andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale wala nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol ni fana beteat Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je
wo moyo diat
apelen da
baraka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e binaji
yalo bu kanila ko la baraka ba
yalo ndel chosano lo
baraka